Good evening, everyone. I am Sean Gabriel Casalogo, and here are my members: Michael Jordan Guanzon, Byron John Giliana, Dave Winkler Magdadaro, and Woodrow Wilson Calila. We are Group 6, and we are gonna have our roundtable discussion on our exercise on value proposition statement. So, for mine, I'm gonna be talking about our future with smart speed bump. So, in today's problem, we can see that in the highways, car accidents are very, very can be seen today, and sometimes we can't stop them, and it always happens almost, let's say, regularly. People nowadays are always in a rush and are prone to reckless driving. And if you see a hump or speed bump, what do you expect, or what do you think about speed bumps?
It will slow down the cars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
total traffic.
But like, as an honest opinion or honest answer, what do you, if you encounter one, what do you do or expect?
Slow down if ever I'm driving.
How about you, Dave, Mr. Dave Winkler Magdataro?
I would slow down too because if you won't if you don't slow down, there are chances that uh, there will be an inconvenience to your side because your car would bump gani like wag siya mo like
Yeah,
siya
Like
buntol.
agree.
Yeah,
damage
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
car.
How about you, Mr. Byron John Giliana?
Of course, I would slow down because I think speed bumps are for residential areas where there are a lot of kids are going in the street, crossing. So it's courtesy to slow down.
How about you, Mr. Michael Jordan? What do you think about speed bumps when you encounter one?
I know that speed bumps are for safety,
Mm,
but um, in a vernacular word, it is samok.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
true.
agree.
true. I mean, there are many pros and cons with speed bumps, but of course we value our safety first. So basically, my product, or the the smart speed bump, we can I wanted this to happen because, people once doesn't want to encounter actual speed bump, like the concrete hump. So with this actual smart speed bump, it has like mon- uh it has a camera that can detect the motion of the car. So it's really a great device. And then the value proposition statement for this is, citizens are always in a rush. That is why you need some precautions along the way. So using the smart speed bump instead of waiting for an inconsistent traffic enforcer, this will benefit all citizens in making our district a better place to live in. So my bottom line here is, sometimes we can see in highways there aren't so many traffic enforcers, right? Sometimes they appear once in a blue moon, or sometimes they hide, or like you'll see them maybe like during lunchtime, like not all the time. So you can't really reassure your safety at any moment. So with this can alarm, the system can alarm to the LTO or other, like, higher officials, and can reach out to the system. So that's my take for my product.
So IoT na siya.
Yeah, more or less something like that.
Involves involves the sensors.
Yeah, sensors, motion sensor, speed
So
measuring.
na threshold every con.
Yeah, nagi na siya time limit.
I, how fast do you think sa threshold?
Um, Normal, of course, in highway. I mean, like, let's take it in a residential.
Yeah,
10
residential.
10 to 20 kph is like the minimum, right? Since it's a residential, you can it's okay not to go fast. So that's like the minimum. If you go faster, maybe it can detect already. So I think that's the norm. I mean the minimum for the sensor. But if in the highways, there would be a limit like 20 kph to 30, I think, for the best speed.
Do you think it's marketable?
For me, it's somehow if I can sell this to the
Government contract?
government, yeah, local government, the LGUs. I think this really helps for each district. And then for residential areas, I mean
For the
the yeah,
developers.
developers, it's a good product for
Oh,
them. Yeah. And then lastly for the foreign investors, I think it's also a good product for them.
Wait, what's the purpose of hiding the speed bump?
The purpose for hiding, because people really wants to protect their cars, and it's really hard. I mean, not all cars are very easy to find the parts. It's really hard to recover the loss, the damage that the speed bumps give. So I think that's like a big advantage for them to acquire this product also. So yeah, Mr. Joren.
What is the mile radius for the speed bump to take to detect a vehicle?
um Usually, if depends on the how expensive the sensor is. Sometimes, let's say 10 to 20 meters, it can already detect to the sensor if it's gonna go out, or I mean like I mean the hump, the smart speed bump will appear. And what's amazing about this is it doesn't detect only the first car, it also detects the second and the third, so which is also really an advanced equipment. So I think, yeah, that's it. So, no more questions.
Wait, do you think you can further upgrade, like, for example, when someone violates, the violation will go directly to their
Yeah,
records?
very good question.
oh.
That was what I'm trying to propose now with this smart speed bump. It also helps with it helps the job of the, what do you call this, the enforcers, since they are not available 24/7. So if the driver or citizen breaks the law, it's recorded to the system, and it can help the head LTO to know if they're breaking the law or not, and you can avoid corruption in this also. So
And also
How,
raw accusation?
yeah.
how will you identify kung kinsa na sila?
So
Picture?
yeah, something, there's like also a camera picture in the
Picture
sensors.
lang.
Yeah, so all the details can be seen: the plate number, the face, the car.
Oh, so na may image ko, face recognition.
Yeah, so nabi na face. It's an imagination. That's an
Bitaw,
imagine.
kakuan bitaw ka ng mga traffic lights kay pag naay mo overspeeding kay picturean sila.
Yeah, yeah. There's a feature like that already. So why not like invent something
Oh.
that can measure the speed? So yeah,
And also convenient
yeah, it's convenient, and it's more
and more
transparent.
fair.
Yeah, transparent, so we
Ah,
can see. We can the justice. There's justice if ever there's a problem. So I guess that's all for my presentation. So next to
may
present is Sir Michael Jordan Quanzon. So
Ito na pala. Wait. Um, percent na. How to present here no?
yeah,
share lang. I present now.
Uh, makita ba? Ay, joke.
yeah, Nana.
Ah,
Nana. Wait ha. Slideshow. Ang bitin. Joke di mo kung makita. Makita mo no?
Yeah.
My presentation can be seen. Okay, so I will start now. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
I am Michael Jordan
Evening.
Gonzon from this group, along with my group mates, Mr. Giliana, Mr. Kalilap, Mr. Magdadaro, and Mr. Crisologo. So this is my product for my value proposition. So as you can see, this is my work. This just like a poster, something like a catch phrase like this: exchange trash for cash. So let me start with um, an introduction. So, this product is for companies and organizations in the Philippines struggling with the high cost and inflexibility associated with waste disposal. The litter machine offers sustainable, innovative, and compliant solutions. Our cradle-to-cradle model ensures that all waste material is collected, recycled, processed, and repurposed so as to create a system of sustainability in the most efficient and eco-friendly manner possible. And the best part, you get to be paid for your service in carving the road for a clean, green environment. So my product is like a machine, like a vending machine that instead of you um you paying for it, you receive money for um
You
in
deposit trash.
exchange for your trash. Yes, like it is like a reverse kiosk machine or vending machine. So the real question, or possibly the only question that really matters, is it profitable? Yes, it is profitable for government or non-government agencies or companies can make a profit out of this product, from the Department of Energy and Natural Resources to private companies participating in the movement, in the recycling movement or the green clean movement. So by this idea of mine, and to those who have already produced the litter machine, help hopes that through this piece of technology, it will encourage recycling when people are away from home and without access to a convenient recycling bin or trash bin. So this idea is, as I have observed in my research, my this is not like an original idea of mine, but in my research, there is actually a lot of countries that are practicing this, and by their graph, their statistics, it actually benefits them. Like countries like Japan, Australia, and I am pretty confident that this will help the environment and your company
Who do you think
profit
will
wise.
you sell this first? Like to whom?
From the government to non-government agencies or companies, like from the DENR to private companies, especially those who owns like companies that are participating in like recycling, like SM, and for those who, because nowadays I have something here.
So it only works on recyclables or not?
Um, recyclable.
I mean, does it apply to all wastes or only
Only
recycle?
The
bottles.
the litter machine is only limited to plastic bottles and
Oh,
cigarette butts.
Which is common waste.
Yes, which as you can see in this link from my slides, if you click the link, you will actually see the the like like
statistics.
you say like ang oras karon na na bottle na produce like this one. Can you see this?
Yes. The
Yes,
bottle history.
This is the bottle history.
that's in real time.
Yes, that is real time. Real time. This one, look at
Oh,
the plastic
Uh,
and dump. This is in real time. So yes, if we are talking about profit, there is a lot of plastic
yeah,
in the
yeah.
world.
I think a
Yes.
lot of governments would invest on that.
Wait, it can also be applied in terminals. Like, imagine there's a train here in the
Help.
Philippines in Cebu, and if you don't have any money, you just collect bottles, certain amount of bottles to have in order to have ticket, just like in Japan.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But how do you
Uh,
think the trash is priced? I mean, the price. How much per bottle? Is it by kilo or
For
Actually, in the litter machine, I think it actually just a proposal pa. But
okay?
for ano for bottle like maybe 25 cents or something in that range.
Okay, okay.
That is
so
on my mind.
my my only concern is that this machine involves money.
Yes.
Yeah, and then for a while.
let's wait for Sir Winkler.
He's scolding the dog.
Yeah, I think the production cost of the machine itself is hard to come by.
Yeah, it's
Yes, but
it's
I
expensive.
am
yeah.
pretty sure that in 3 to 5 years time you will receive what you invested
Yeah.
in the machine.
Yeah, I think so. So the government will invest, will give
Mm.
you capital to create the machine.
Mm.
So it's doable.
So back to my question. Sorry for the quad. Our dog was barking. Sorry for the inconvenience. So back to my question. My only concern was this machine involves money. So kanang would it have some uh, security measures so that this machine won't be uh,
Rob.
robbed by anyone?
Yeah, the security of the
Yeah,
device.
because this machine contains
Yeah.
Money.
money,
Cash,
right?
yeah.
Just
Cash.
like ATM.
Mm.
Right.
And
If
sometimes
you say anti kiosk or reverse kiosk something, so this machine would surely contain money. So about the security measures, is is it kanang kana I- uh, does it have security measures so that it won't be robbed by
Yeah,
anyone?
like no, like like
Mm.
people will loot the,
Yeah,
yeah, scavengers and stuff.
just like the ATMs.
Yeah, just like the ATMs. How much more that?
No
Actually, I
manpower
have
for the security.
an answer for that. Unlike ATMs contains big bills.
Oh yeah.
Um, I doubt that someone will steal 25 cents.
Okay,
Like
okay.
big, like it's very heavy and you can't move fast, you can't get away.
So the money that is in there in that machine was 25 cents, or
Yes, something
not
like that.
not 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 bills, more like coins.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, like coins.
Okay, okay.
No bills.
And I think you can install CCTV.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea also.
I think putting CCTV is
So next,
costly na, and
Those are necessary.
um, yes, not necessary, but it is um, like an advantage. But I think it is costly for this machine that I doubt that someone will steal.
Yeah, true.
But if there will be a problem involving stealing from one of the or
areas.
any of the areas or in the
Then
machine mismo, I'm sure
you can
we
install it.
can upgrade, yes, innovate the machine.
Mhm.
So any more questions?
So next,
So thank you for that, Michael, Sir
Thank
Michael
you.
Aaron.
Thank you
Next,
everyone for listening.
yeah, next to present, Sir Dave Winkler Magdadaro.
Okay. Wait. Let me share my screen first. Ah, okay na?
Yeah.
Yes.
So good evening everyone. So I am Dave Winkler Magdadaro, student of BSCCE 3. So this is my value proposition on my product, noise cancelling headphones. So uh, as is case, so due to the COVID pandemic, schools all over the world decided to implement online classes. So in relation to that, uh, we are we've been staying in our home for in order for us to learn. So there are times that noise can't be
Waited.
yeah, can the di malikayan jud sa balay. And then since this problem was also experienced by myself, when we had uh, house renovations. So that is why I've decided to propose a product which can cancel, which is a headphone that could cancel noise. So the my top three customer targets are people from the academy. So these users are identified as students and teachers, people who wants to disconnect to the world, or uh, if this applies to anyone who wants to focus, or to have a me time. And lastly, music lovers and enthusiasts. So of course, my product is a headphone, so it is applicable to music lovers and enthusiasts. So customer pain points. So as I've mentioned before, uh, we having distracted by the noise that is present to the student may cause the student's performance to decline. Also, this is also applicable to the teachers as they conduct a class in a noisy environment. So students would eventually be affected as the information could not could not be relayed properly. So opportunities for my products. So uh, from this technology, students that are in a noisy learning environment would be able to listen attentively in their classes. So the use case state. So the need the need for customers to acquire this. So regular headphones and headphones don't have the kind of technique where it can cancel noise. So uh, that is why no even though the user would turn the volume up or max the volume, noise would still interfere in their ears because it does not have a noise cancellation tech. So in the market, uh, so why the customers would get it? So in the market, noise ca- the noise cancellation headphones are pretty much expensive. It would cost around 200 to 400 US dollars, as what I have researched. So I had my idea is to propose a product which can be much cheaper compared to the noise cancelling headphones that are there in the market. So barriers to adoption. So since the device is a cost efficient, the quality of it may not be as good or the same as the headphones that already sold in the market, but I will surely uh, I would sh- I would surely assure you that it would still cancel a noise because it is its main function. So interface point. So noise cancelling headphones works by cancelling the frequency of noise. So in physics, this is called as antiphase. So the noise that is been generated in the environment, the noise tech kanang would cancel would provide a frequency and would cancel the noise. So my value proposition statement is that so in order to adapt in this pandemic, people in the academy are conducting their classes virtually at their own homes. So this setup faces a lot of challenges, and one of those are noisy environment that a certain student or teacher may experience. So in order for the individual to focus instead of using regular headphones, which are ineffective, the use of noise cancellation headphones, which is cost efficient, can be utilized. So that is all. Thank you. Any questions?
I'll go first. Since it's if you talk about noise cancellation, it's like somehow like similar with voice cancellation, right? Since like let's say in Discord, there's it's powered by Chris. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like it can isolate the noise and focus on your voice. So it's somewhat your product is somewhat like that, right? In a way,
Yeah.
like it cancels the noise so that the user can really hear. That's all. That's my question.
So your product is low cost, right?
Yeah, it's low cost because noise cancellation headphones are pretty much expensive in the market. So uh from my target customers, which are the students who does not earn any money pa, so they can afford the noise cancellation headphones.
So how will you make that?
Uh, maybe the the materials that we use would be cost efficient compared to the ones compared to the materials that are needed gani in from the noise cancellation headphones. The the one that the microphones that are
Install.
around in the headphones itself. because kanang microphones kay they would emit the frequency needed to cancel the noise that is already present in the environment.
Uh,
Uh,
I see Sir Michael Jordan has
Michael,
a question.
yeah, yeah. Any
So
question, Michael?
this yes, I have a question. Uh, so this product of yours is not new to the market, di ba?
Yes, yes.
So since your company or your technology is new, so how would you sales stock, like, because it is not famous, you're
Yeah.
just starting. So what
Though
makes this different, and what makes it like compelling for the people to buy
though
these headphones?
yeah. So though this technology is not new, but the cost efficient itself would be a good marketing strategy in order for me to sell these headphones, since in the first place the uh, my target customers are students.
Thank you. That's it.
So
No
Any
more,
more questions, guys?
no more
I think
questions.
there's none anymore.
Okay, so thank you, Sir Winkler Magdadero, for the wonderful
Yeah.
presentation. Um, Next presenter is Sir Byron John Galliano.
Hello. Wait. Wait. Wala pa ako naka-ready.
Sige.
I say withdraw sa withdraw.
Okay,
That,
let's go to Sir Woodrow Wilson Calipa.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight I will present similar to Dave Winkler, so I'll present my screen now.
So Sir Winkler and Sir Wilson, you have the same or like almost similar problem, right? And
Yeah,
Yes.
and also similar solution,
okay,
but different approach.
different approach. Okay, let's hear from Sir Woodrow.
So in my case, I encountered problems just like this one. As you see their houses, the speaker indicates the ones that disturbs the one with the arrow, which is me. So imagine like instead of wearing the noise cancelling headphones, in my design, I made a concept that the noise cancelling will be the room because I asked someone and most of them said that sometimes the noise cancelling headphones are inconvenient inconvenient when they wear it for a long period. And wait for a while, sorry. So my target customers are students, residents, and the people who work in the office who needs total silence in their meetings. And as it states that occupied homes, residents, and minimal gap between house. The assist are for the residents. I choose the residents as top customer because today we during the pandemic people tend to stay in their homes and for their leisure they sometimes disturb other their neighbors. So that's the problem, the noise. And for the concept I made so far I just made a diagram. No study or scientific methods are still are are not developed. So only concept. So for the customer pinpoints the noise. The noise causes disturbance and for being unproductive just like us during this online or online class. It really disturbs I know wait. It really is a really big factor in our learning that sorry. So for the product, the use of product will allow the users to focus during their working hours and will be interrupted when the machine or the concept. So the special about my concept is that there's a certain amount or measurement of noise. For instance, like not every noise is unnecessary, but sometimes it's urgent. Let's say a calamity. When the noise for the noise in our surroundings when we receive a calamity, we sorry during calamity we need to 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 focus our attention at wait sorry wait I will explain back about my concept. So my concept the concept I made is that when the sensors receive or hear any noise, it will it will measure the noise received. If it's still the same, it will suppress the noise from it to suppress the noise from the inside. But when the sensors reads that it increases, let's say the volume or the direction, it needs the attention of the people inside of the room. So it also promotes.
So no alarm system.
No, it's not alarm. Like oh yeah, alarm. Sorry.
We have a question since you say that it it's like the impact of like how loud the voice is, right, or how loud the noise. It can detect the person inside the house, something like that.
Pardon.
Like it can detect like example if it's a noise that is urgent, and example noise A is not important and noise B is very like let's say the calamity thingy, and then after
Yeah.
that if it's the same like level of loudness, it will detect can it detect.
Yeah, it will detect, but it will just suppress because the concept I made it reads as unnecessary noise. So no need attention for the one who uses it.
But
So
what
as it's installed within the walls or outside.
Pardon?
As I installed within or outside the walls.
Within the walls. So
inside.
like it seals the room, not only your ears but the room. Because sometimes the wires are burdened. It limits our actions because of the current situation. So
Wait, I have a last question. Do you think it's like it can read like voice recognition, like a certain words, or I mean to detect what if there's emergency? Do you think it's possible for the product?
no, only the volume. Like
Okay, the
if the
sounds.
current if the current reading is increasing, the it will read as it will interpret it as a danger or
Danger.
something
Okay.
urgent that needs attention.
Okay, very good.
And also the noise of the direction factors. Like, if it only occurs in one direction, it, it will read it as unnecessary, and
Unnecessary,
only
yes.
it will only be considered as, I don't know, it will only suppress the noise. So afterwards, if it reads from all directions, it was considered as emergency, and the
Interrupt.
noise, yeah. So that's all.
Okay, thank you, Sir Woodrow, for the presentation. Last, the final presenter, Sir Byron Galiano.
Okay, so I am Byron John Emiliano, and the problem that I am trying to give a solution to is procrastination. So my value proposal would be an application called Counterintuitive. So it has a slogan of "Give your procrastination a name." So what is counterintuitive? So it's derived from it's a witty derivation of your inclination or intuition to procrastinate. So you have to counter that. So that's why it's called counterintuitive. So it's an application. So what's special about this? So it has a unique identification approach. So as we all know, or according to my research, that there are four types of procrastinators. So you can be fun. Fun is because you want to avoid tasks because you just want to have fun. That's why you procrastinate. Anxious is because you procrastinate to cope with anxiety. So you're anxious about life, so you don't do something plenty of time. So if there is still the deadline is still too long or a long way off, then you procrastinate. And then perfectionist because you're afraid to produce, let's say, low standard output. Then you will procrastinate because you're afraid of failure. So the target demographic for my app would be, of course, the qualification is you need to have a smartphone and a laptop to access the application. So these three demographic, uh, let's exercise procrastination at daily basis. For students, they have academic tasks. For employees, they have deadlines to meet. So when the deadline is still a long way off, they procrastinate. For employers, I think they are perfectionist procrastinators because they want to achieve goals and they procrastinate because they fear that they will fail. So in the market for uh, this kind of business venture, of course there is a need to give a solution to procrastination because my primary target demo, which are the students, procrastinate every day. So for other apps, I have searched three that I see are quite helpful or prevalent. For app detox, so you can set rules to how you how you become productive. So you must do, for example, at weekend you must do this like that. So you can set rules to the app that can sync to your organizer. For Battle Life, you can track your time. For Checky, you can check how many times you log into social media sites. However, as you can see, I mean, however, as you can see, not everybody knows these apps. So why? Because I think the users don't resonate to the app itself because I don't know, they don't acknowledge that they are procrastinators. So at counterintuitive, it has an identification approach. So when you download the app, then it has a questionnaire. Then you answer a questionnaire. After you answer the questionnaire, then it has an algorithm that classifies you to what kind of procrastinator you are. You may be you may be a fun and anxious or like that. Then when it is identified, then the app will prescribe an appropriate measure for the kind of procrastination. So basically, it's more specific than the other apps. And I think it resonates more because you yourself can identify, uy, fun procrastinator, Monday ko, so I need to stop this and I need to do this and like that. So, so the customer pain point. So why is stopping procrastination not necessary? So procrastination delimits your potential because it compromises your output in the long run. It compromises your productivity. You become less efficient, and sometimes because of these three, then you can have bad mental health because you will produce you become a failure in the long run, and it can have negative effects to your career. So what are the opportunities? So my app derives its revenue or at least its marketing potential to its user base. So so it needs to appeal to the users. So my application is promises a hope to a better functioning you. So it turns fun procrastinators to become more organized, anxious procrastinators to become carefree, plenty of time procrastinators to become efficient, and perfectionists to become adequate. So for the use case, so how to use how can you access the application? So you can download it through the App Store. Then you answer a questionnaire for you to be diagnosed. Then it prescribes a redemptive plan to fix that kind of procrastination. So for the revenue model, there is a free service, but it's limited. So it has ads, and for the premium, it has more services available. So we need so developing an app needs a lot of money, it needs a lot of capital. So we need a lot of investors. So that's why the barriers to this proposition is that first is for the user to access this product, you need to have a smartphone, then you need Wi-Fi connectivity, and also this this application needs a lot of research and development because the questionnaire, the algorithms uh, needs to be developed for debugging and like that. And so to sell to our investors, the application has a slogan which is called "Know your procrastination before alleviating it." So this is the edge of this application because other than organization or monitoring apps, this app helps you identify your procrastination before alleviating it. For the interface points, so for this product to function well, it needs the utility interface points. So it needs the smartphone brand essentials. So you need the App Store. We need to coordinate with the App Store and need to coordinate with your organizer built in your laptop or in your smartphone because our app, when it comes to suggesting the plan, you need to access the service. It needs to sync with your organizer or your scheduler so that you can be monitored. For the marketing, it needs to coordinate with ad agencies for my app to be marketed to many users. And for the revenue, I think one of the revenue for applications, you need to have ads so that you can support your free service. For the key metric to know if my product is doing well, applications of doing well. For the subjective key metric, you need to know what are the user feedback. For the objective, I think my product will offer a monthly report so that it will show like how many times you are logging into your social media, if you are performing well, to abstaining those kind of distractions. So if you're abstaining or you have a like decreasing trend of using social media apps, then you become more productive and therefore you are procrastinating less. So my value proposition statement would be have, give your procrastination a name, understand it, and not blindly fight it. Organizing and monitoring apps may give you a solution, but counterintuitive, we give you the solution. Because organizing and monitoring apps, though they may help you become more organized, it can be a solution. But at counterintuitive, we give you the specific solution to the procrastination that you have. So that's all.
Thank you, Mr. Byron Villana, for that wonderful presentation. For me, my question
So
is,
commendable.
yeah, I mean, like, to think of it, so like, people has like a prepaid, I mean, like, a free account and a premium account, right? So like,
Yeah.
we and then, do you think it's really gonna help the people who really values their mental health, right? Since, well, do you think they'll avail the paid version of it?
Yeah, I think because it's still on development, but premium has more features, and I think that's still on the details developed later on the product development.
Okay, that's my
But
question.
but in my plan, I will develop it further. I've outlined the each prescription for each kind of procrastinator. I've
Mm-mm.
researched on it. So every type of procrastinator, there is a plan.
So for the questions you asked, you said na, since you're giving out like to know what procrastinator you are, right? So like,
Yeah,
it has like, is there like a fixed questions, or you think,
yeah, that's the hard part. But you have to develop the question.
so like
You need
it's
to.
always moving, right? Like a newer version, or like new questions all day, every day,
I think not every day, but I think in every month like
every
that.
month. Okay. So who has us questions? Feel free to ask.
None.
I don't have any because I think the presentation was already great.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah, yeah. It's very commendable.
Okay. So no more questions. I think we can we can score each other's presentation. Then the highest, one the
One is
lowest.
lowest.
Like
Okay, let's
on
proceed
how
to
the
first
person is
presentation.
convincing enough of the person. Okay, so
you
Portion.
you record ang kwan?
yeah,
Oh, great.
I think so.
Okay.
Wait, dyan pa, wait. Nayuban mo ko ano, like, nay mo present and pag notepad lang ron sa.
Yeah. Should mo record gyapon ko kay we have 8 minutes left na ba?
Mm-hmm.
Kailangan dyan ibutang sa record ang pag-rate. Pag-rate sa...
Not sure lagi. I think naagid like tanan
Dili naman siguro.
kay round table mong na diri oh. Okay, let's make it fast lang para we can catch up with time. So rate my
Portia.
points.
10,
Thank you.
10 portion.
Then for Sean.
10 for sure.
10 for Shan.
Okay, thank you. Let's go.
For the second,
Voting 10 for Sir Michael Joren.
I also vote 10 because it's very helpful. Then,
Yeah. Uh, same for me
yeah,
because
I
it
agree.
it, it encourages everyone to pick up their own garbages.
Yeah, it will surely promote cleanliness in the environment. So, 10.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
So we
Okay,
will
for the
wait for the
third
third.
presenter, Dave Magdadaro.
10 for Sir Dave Magdor.
I will also give 10 for Mr. Magdadaro.
I also give 10.
10 because he proposes less cost for noise cancelling.
Yeah, because I think I would buy that
Yeah,
if that
because
will be developed. If that will be developed.
the current market is really expensive. Like
Yeah.
the apples and like the apple, the beets, they only developed that kind of
I
noise
hope we develop
cancellation.
like Mr. Magdadero so
Yeah,
that I can buy it.
yeah, I wanna buy your product also. Okay, next 10
Woodrow.
for Sir Woodrow because it's really helpful for us students with the room, and not everyone likes to wear headset all day, so 10 for me.
Yeah, I would
Agree.
also score 10 for Woodrow because we have the same problem, but he handled with a different approach.
Yeah,
He saw it in a
different way.
different uh, perspective
Yeah.
from what I saw my problem was.
I will also give 10 for the proposition of Woodrow because his idea is unique.
Yeah, I also give 10 because it's also very helpful in the online
Online classes,
learning,
yeah.
you know, context.
Thank
So
you,
for
everyone.
lastly, for Sir Byron, I'm gonna give 10 because as a student, I am a procrastinator. I cannot deny that. And I also, with the recent update of the Apple product, there's a work mode, so I'm using it right now, and it's helpful. And I wanna try your product also, so it's a 10 for me.
Then also because that problem is really common in our generation, so it will be helpful for us to be productive.
Uh, then for Byron because the app itself is very commendable. Yeah, yeah. Uh, you just need to have a great algorithm in order to make that happen. But the concept itself is very commendable.
Yes.
I will also give 10 to Byron because as a procrastinator, sure that it will help me improve my methods.
Okay, so thank you, Sir Byron, for that. Who would agree that Sir Byron's VP is relatable to all of us? I vote for Sir Byron
I,
also.
I,
What's on siya?
It's a kanang as member, I mean like
Oh,
general question. Okay, so so it hits the problem. I mean the target audience, which is us the students, right? And are in the current situation. So I think yeah. So can it turn into something profitable such as product service? If yes, no explain reason. For me, it is a yes, since developers and app creator can really earn from making money. So it's yes for me. What about you
also,
guys?
it's also yes for me because technology is great, fast changing, so everyone can have an access to it. And in our generation, everyone has a smartphone,
Yeah.
so they can really use it. So it's a yes. How about the others?
Me too. I believe that the product of Sir Byron mm, is among us our is the one that is very high.
yeah, because the revenue model, my revenue model comes from two: the free, which has ads, free service, and the premium. So I think it can earn a lot.
Yeah, it can surely. Yeah.
Yeah,
To think of it, there are many, like if you think like the global, like many population. I think the company can really earn from it. So to sum it all up, I think that's we'll stop from here, and we are the group one of ESMGM, Tech ES Techpre, and good night and thank you all. So bye
Thank you
bye.
for
thank you
this
guys.
meeting.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.